So, we're almost at the pitch competition, which means we're almost at the last part of the day. But before we get there, we have a few very important things to say, and I'll ask to indulge you for a few minutes. So, we want to say some thank yous, and we're actually going to start with two companies who have helped make this happen. So, all of you have got tickets, and the vast majority of you, unless you're speaking on stage, are paying for tickets. And the news for you is that that cost does not cover the cost of running this event. And it's thanks to our sponsors that we can actually put this on. And any money that is left over from this goes to helping startups at Tech Hub be successful. So I'd like to bring on our two main sponsors on stage, Corrado from PayPal, and his Klaas Vasks here from LGA. Gerda. Come on, Gerda. So thanks very much. I'd like to ask you, maybe as you've been here today, to tell us what's your highlight of the day from what you've seen here today.
Sure. Firstly, thank you for hosting us, and thank you for hosting PayPal at this event. We strongly believe in the Baltic region and the potential in terms of startups and in terms of new ventures that are coming out from this region. So I think that we listened to many very interesting topics spanning from PR to hardware manufacturing, hardware delivery, and I think that the vibe that I experienced today, I can find it in many other places in the world, and I think that the Baltic region is gonna be very interesting and keeping up with the level of startups that so far has produced. Thank you.
Great, thanks. And Gerda, representing LGA, if you could say, what's your highlight of the day?
I think we are really proud to be part of this event, and I hope we will, this is just the beginning of our relationship, and thank you for the team of putting this together. And I think when I was thinking about this question, it's, of course, all the speeches were really interesting and everything was really exciting, but my highlight of the day were all the discussions I had behind those doors on that balcony all around here, because I've gained so much new ideas on what we should do, how we should do it, and I think the whole buzz is about the networking and like working together and speaking to each other, and I think that's the main, that's the main value for me in here.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
So, sit down. It's about chilling.
You can chill out finally.
Yeah. So, this is going to be an interesting long list of our supporters. So, Microsoft and SmartCap is also supporting us. Igers from Microsoft, thank you. I know you're sitting somewhere there. So give a round of applause. And then there are those small teams who really get the stuff going. It's Edisi, it's Hump, Veritweet, Coffee In, because they always bring some nice coffee and snacks for us at the meetups and breakfast, right? It's Mileagen, Embassy of Israel, UK Embassy, and UKTI, as we heard already. Ministry of Economics of Latvia, obviously. Latvian Investment Agency, Vacant.io, AmCham, Pupumais. Yeah, Pupumais.
The beanbags were donated, thank you.
Yeah, funded by me. Catchbox. How you like the Catchbox, by the way?
So there's news on the Catchbox. So the engineer behind this, he's from Latvia. So we consider this to be our product as well.
Yeah. And then there are others who are helping the whole startup environment. Startup Latvia, that's the new initiative around here. Imprimatur Capital, Toby, I see you. Yeah. Garage 48, Startup Lithuania, Enterprise Lithuania, SmartCap, Technopol, Startup Wise Guys, Startup Highway, Hub Vilnius, Counter Startup Space, Startup Sona, and I guess many more.
Yeah, so it's a laundry list, but it's important that, this region hangs together. And, just the same that we have teams go up to Slush, to Finland, to Login, to Latitude 5059, to other events. Those organizations help bring people across borders, and that's good for all of us.
And then, we are nice guys, but this year we don't have sponsorship. at Tech Hub. But we have the last year's sponsors, and we always like to thank you for people who have helped us even in the past. So that's Telia and LMT. Give a round of applause. And then last but not least in the list, it's Piebalgas beer. They are all giving amazing price for the beer at meetups.
So at the meetups.
Yeah, the beer juice. And then Tech Hub founder members?
Yeah, so we'd also like to say thank you to our Tech Hub founder members. So when we started Tech Hub, just like in London, we basically went out and looked for a group of people who actually prepaid 3 years of Tech Hub membership. And that cash was one of the key things that helped us be able to rent the space, start up, and get going and actually survive. So we'd like to give a round of applause to the founder members. They've been extremely helpful in making this happen.
And then there are the bunch of really, really important people. And you maybe haven't recognized them quite, but they have made all this thing happen. It's a TechChill team. Lotta, Ines, Austra, Olivia, and the rest of the...
Yeah, can all the TechChill team come up on stage, please?
These people made this thing happen.
And Viestus needs to come on stage now as well, one of our board members. So, so it takes a ton of work to make this happen. You wouldn't believe everything that happens, that needs to happen so that the right guys are on stage with the right presentation, with mics, with lights, with food, with coffee, with Wi-Fi, with everything. So really, thanks to the team. Most of these team are volunteers who are helping out. They believe in what the ecosystem is, and we'd really like to thank them once more.
Yeah! And then there are those board members.
There's one person on this team who needs a special recognition. So every good team needs a leader. So at Tech Hub, the board is volunteer, so we don't get paid for our time, we donate our time. But we have one person that is paid for her time, she's not paid well enough. And she does fantastic work. So she not only runs Tech Hub and leads that team, but she was also responsible for making this event happen. She ran it last year, and for those of you who were here last year know it was a great event. So we hired her to run Tech Hub after Zane went on maternity leave. She's done a fantastic job. Alice, thank you very much.
Yeah!
So Alice, we know you deserve some time off, because you've been extremely busy. She's been working crazy nights. So from the board, we have a little thank you. So that's a little something extra, which I think you can put towards a holiday somewhere or something, and take some well-deserved time off. So thank you again.
Yeah.
And we won't keep you much longer with the thank yous, but Tech Hub has a board. We were founded by 4 entrepreneurs, 3 besides me. So the original founders, Gunnar Grunstags, Ernest, who's been on stage all day, Viesurs, and we have 2 new board members this year. So we decided it's really important for us to keep the board changing and moving. So Anna Andersson from front joined us. And we're very proud that we have a new board member announced today, Martis Dudges from Selfie. Myself, yes. But we're really happy that this is a team of people who are putting time in to make things happen. So that's a fantastic thing, which we need to be grateful for. So, what else?
There's
you got the list.
After party?
Yes, after party. So there will be a party.
Party is going to happen here.
And yeah, it's going to happen in here. So after the pitches, we'll need you to clear on out, go grab some dinner. So there are some dinners organized. If you're part of the speaker's dinner, hang around with the Tech Hub people. We'll make sure you're at the speaker's dinner. And you can come back around, what, 9 o'clock? Around 9-ish. Around 9-ish. All these chairs will be cleared away. There will be really, really good beer.
Yeah.
And it will be a great party.
And then there's after pitching.
Yeah.
After now, there's going to be funded by me.
Right. So after the pitches, also upstairs there will be a networking hosted by Funded by Me if you want to find out more about their services. So anything else we need to say before?
Tax service. Okay.
All good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We'll go on with the pitches.
Okay, I'm the guy. As those of you who remember the last 2 years, that's now my time to shine. It has been a great day, but I think the best thing of this sort of events is seeing really the really young startups to rock. And so we're going immediately into the pitch competition. Couple of rearrangements and couple of announcements. So first of all, would the jury members be so kind and line up sitting here, and if you won't mind, we'll relocate you. Just for the guys to make sure that they know who are the ones who will decide upon a prize. So Staffan, Kristjan, Daniel, Corrado, and Nimrod. Nimrod's here. Good, great. So, okay, all right. All right, okay, perfect. So, here are the rules. There are 5 teams, excuse me. There are 5 teams pitching tonight, and they're competing for fame. There is no price tag to that with a purpose, because how lame is that, giving $1,000, €1,000, of 10,000 euros away, when you can have the bright and great and shining future ahead of you. I remember, and I'm really old guy, I remember 2 years ago, there was this really small, just about incorporated, or just not yet incorporated startup, whose guy pitching up, standing up and pitching was not, rather shy guy, and actually we had deciding whether to accept the pitch. We had a long discussion whether this team should be accepted for pitching, because it was way too technical, the pitch was, and everything, and that's Infogram. So I really wish this for the teams pitching, wish to this be as a springboard in 1-2 years, having from the very end of the day moving to the very beginning of the day, announcing investment rounds closed. So the rules are like this. They're 3-minute pitch, and Lotta here will be a timekeeper, and followed by 3 minutes of Q&A. Preference given to the jury. When the time's left, any others can raise hands and ask those questions, okay? 5 teams, really strict timekeeping, 3 minutes to basically finish the sentence, and that's it. Then we gather together and decide upon gather together and decide upon a winner, which will be announced later during the after party. So another good reason to get bit of this beer juice later today. Right, so before we start, I'd love to give the mic to the jury. Just a quick punchline, a sentence on you. What you do?
So my name is Corrado Tomassoni. I drive the global startups and accelerator solution for PayPal.
Hi, Nimrod Cohen. I'm from Israel. I'm part of investment group. We own private funds as well as governmental incubator. We invest in early stages companies. That's it.
Hi, I'm Kristjan with Wellington Partners. We're a pan-European venture fund. We invest into consumer internet, but also enterprise software and SaaS.
Hey, I'm Daniel from Bolton Capital. That's your fault. Bolton Capital. We're also an early stage investor. We like to back companies across Europe in the software and internet space.
Hi, I'm Staffan Helgesson. I'm a partner with Crandom, which is a Stockholm-based venture firm doing seed and A round investments in tech companies. I'm actually also a colleague of Andres Bersens, who's a venture partner in our fund.
Hi, I'm Kristjan Laanemaa, and for the past 5 years I've been managing Skype's Finding Engineers Venture Investments at Ambient Sound Investments.
All right, great. So, yeah, without any hesitation, then let's move into the pitching. And okay, I have to move away from this one. And the first team pitching is Airbay. As you arrive, actually, we have the selection process of 3 teams were selected by the Tech Hub board, and another 2 were added yesterday at Mini Seed Camp. So this is Tech Hub's selection. Ready?
Good beginning. Oh, nice.
Go.
Airbay connects people who want to sell or purchase their airline tickets. And we see there's a problem now. So let's meet Bob. Bob is someone who purchased airline tickets but recently changed his travel plans. Bob has no insurance, he has no refund available, and these are not business class tickets, which means his ticket money is lost. Fortunately for Bob, Airbay connects him to Alice, and Alice is someone who would love to purchase these tickets at a reasonable amount of money. In order for this trade to happen, Airbay cooperates with a network of airlines. So when Alice decides to buy Bob's ticket, Airbay changes the name of the ticket from Bob to Alice. So how does it work? We have a ticket placed in our market, and it has a certain price. The price is derived from 2 factors. A, it's a refund for Bob, which is a fraction from his original ticket money, and a name change fee, which is a fee that we must pay to an airline for this transaction. As the market price is always higher, the difference in between is a discount received by Alice. But more importantly, at this point we have to address airlines, because only if we can show a clear financial benefit to them, this cooperation is possible. By cooperating with Airbay, airlines can increase their revenues. I mentioned name change fee, but in addition to that, they would receive ancillary revenues. This is income from priority boarding, sales on board, etc. There are many other factors that can affect this cooperation. We already addressed them, but not only we address them, we have solution. And not only we have solution, we already have an approval from 2 different revenue analysts, from 2 different airlines, that these solutions would tackle the problems addressed. Okay, what's our sales strategy? So from one side, we need people to sell their tickets. So we'll use our website as a platform. From other side, we need people to buy these tickets. But more importantly, we'll cooperate with online travel agencies, meta search engines such as Skyscanner, Kayak, and sell our tickets within these services. So this is another benefit to airlines, because by having the lowest price ticket, we're able to outbid next best alternative. So we'll be able to get new customers to airline. Okay. Who are we? At the moment, we are a team of 5 people, 2 business people, 1 marketeer, and 2 software engineers. In addition to that, we already have a board of advisors, people who have extensive experience in the field. And the last question, how far are we? At the moment, we already have 1 airline as a potential customer. But now we want to gradually finish our product. And by the end of the year, we'd like to have already a couple of airlines as our partners. Thank you for listening. I'm open for questions.
All right. So, jury is first. Yep.
I have a question about airlines' motivation. I would assume that airlines would rather sell a new ticket to the potential buyer on which they can earn higher margin than from name change fee. So how does it work?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because obviously you have this dilemma. You have a seat, right? And you either want to get a name change fee or get a full-priced revenue. But the idea behind this project is that we're going to address only empty seats. So when there's a high chance of having a full flight, say X days before a flight, if there's less than X seats available, we're not going to sell this ticket through our service. So this is the way how we address this non-empty seat issue.
Okay. Next one.
Yeah, so I have a question along the same lines. Even if you only address empty seats, is there a possible concern from the airlines that you will actually have less people buying business class seats since they know they can trade the ticket on a marketplace like yours?
Okay, then the way I would address this question is whether this is a new customer or whether this is a customer who would buy the ticket anyway. And this is the reason why, as I said, we cooperate with these online travel agencies. Because at this point, this ticket competes with all the other tickets from multiple airlines. So if we can outbid other airlines, this is the way how it get new customers. So this is why this dilemma actually doesn't stand, because we're not competing with the person who would buy this seat. We're competing with other airlines who would travel this passenger from point A to B.
Two small questions. In the current airline setup, how many airlines actually do have name change fees already? Because I'm sure many don't even have the concept at all, some may. Yeah. And follow-on question on that, do you have any airline already that works with you, like a pilot scheme or whatever, something like that?
Okay, the answer to the first question is true. Not all airlines do have this option, but our intent is to start with low-cost airlines, and I'd say there's 90–95% out of them allow this. Only some large carriers, as say Lufthansa, doesn't allow yet. But then again, if you have clear financial incentive to them, you can still go and pitch them, and I think if that's good enough, and if you have already airlines with positive revenue stream, I don't see it's a problem. The answer to the second question is, as I said, we have got in contact with lots of employees from various airlines, and at the moment we are really close to getting along one.
Are you familiar with any other solutions that are trying to solve this issue?
I'm sorry?
Any other competitors or any other?
Okay. There are, I would say, people or teams that have tried to do it, but the way they did it, they simply made a marketplace where they simply say, you can come and find another person. What we do is we take this ticket and we change, like we do it everything in behalf of the of both clients. So I would say no.
Okay. Time's up for questions. This was Airbay, secondary marketplace for plane tickets. Next is Grow-On. And Grow-On is the anonymous winner of the mini seed camp yesterday, and guess why?
Hey, my name is Pavlos, and I'm representing a company, Grow-On. We provide smart solutions for growing ecological green products. So, market faces a shortage of fresh vegetables and fruits. In fact, vegetables spend up to 3 months before it reaches a final consumer. After that time, you receive this fresh tomato, which was bought 1 month ago in a supermarket as an experiment by us. Still looks kind of fresh, right? So, do you really believe that there are no harmful pesticides or chemicals inside? We don't. So why do people need to buy the products which need to be transported thousands of miles and therefore filled with chemicals if they can grow those products locally in their house? We created a device which allows this. This device is using advanced technology of aeroponics, which was proved by NASA, but we made it usable for everyone. So every single user with no special experience or knowledge in hydroponics or aeroponics can use it. We made it really small, so it's the size of a minibar, like in your hotel room. It's easy to install. You just plug it into electricity and it works. It has an intelligent system which is in charge of watering, lighting, and mineral delivery. It's fully automated, so all the usage of the device takes you 15 minutes a month to maintain all the process. And finally, we have a mobile application which allows you to receive notifications, have a chat with other gardeners, and so on. Different cultures can be grown with the Grow-On, starting from tomatoes to strawberries. And here are the facts about the monthly yield accordingly. Comparison with our competitors, we have a higher number of yield. We are the only ones using natural minerals, and we are the only ones having such an intelligent system which allows you to grow up to 8 different cultures at the same time in the same device. And finally, we have a mobile application which allows us to grow the vegetables and to make it together with device, so to create a whole Grow-On community of people exchanging experience, playing games and having fun. Our revenue streams are sales of device itself on do-it-yourself stores on our webpage, And then also seeds and minerals, which is additional revenue stream. Currently, we have a proof of concept prototype developed, and now we're working on industrial design options. Our technology is scalable, so it also can be applied for B2B, for instance, for some larger solutions for restaurants or even industrial smart farm. We have an ambitious team of 3 entrepreneurs and 3 technical developers, and we strongly believe that we possess all the features to make this project happen. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and thank you. Waiting for questions.
Right. Do you have a question? No to this? Anyone? Daniel.
Fantastic. That's really cool. Can you talk a little bit about where you are with going from proof of concept to manufacturing and the end result, and also be great to hear a bit more about the tasting tests you've tried out and how the real product comes out and people enjoy it.
Yeah. So our developers, of course, tasted the product, and they said it actually tastes really fresh because you don't actually add any chemicals or pesticides. And regarding the strategy and the product, we're now going to Kickstarter. So we think that's the best route to the market with such a device, and therefore our first market is going to be USA, as we believe.
What is your advantage compared to systems that actually use soil in their cassettes or
what is the difference between the systems using soil and
yes,
ours?
For example, the soil-based systems, there are quite many. One of them being developed in Estonia by a startup, and there are many others. So,
yeah. So the aeroponics, this method I was talking about, it's in the way that the root just hangs out in the air, and it receives some periodical injections of the water and all the minerals. So in the outcome, it's a much bigger yield, as I told, up to 6 kilograms on example of tomatoes. And of course, you also don't have root rot and such things, which you have in the when you grow in the soil or when you grow in the water, like hydroponics use. So it's a better outcome, for sure.
Okay. Any? Yeah.
What's it going to cost, and is there a razor blade business? Like, are you selling additional items over the lifetime of the...
Yeah, we're selling the device itself. We're also selling seeds and minerals, and the seeds and minerals together are going to cost about $4 in 3 months, and the device itself is going to cost estimated $400 in the US market, which is like kind of the same as our competitor AirGarden, and it's cheaper than the other competitor, Phototron.
Any questions from jury?
Just how many times can you reuse this device, or is it just, does it need any particular maintenance? Is it?
It just needs electricity, and
yes. How many times does it last, basically?
How many times does it last?
Yeah.
We're now estimating to give a warranty for customers for 2-3 years.
Okay. Okay. Any golden question from the audience? We have time. Yes. We have to use Catchbox. Okay. Have to have many arms and hands and things. Be careful. Be very careful.
Hi, my name is Alex. My question about your device energy efficiency. Won't be it's growing in your device take more energy for this your homegrown tomatoes than it's using some in field?
Okay, thanks for the question. The device uses about 30 watts of electricity, which is comparable with a usual electricity bulb. It's in case if it's working all the time.
Okay, this was Grow On, the smart way of growing your own stuff, whatever that is. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next one is Mite. Mite, okay. Right, actually, I was recently, the last weekend, I was also one of mentors of this already insanely famous hardware hackathon in Tartu, and there was people building like hydrophonic stuff, and there was a background music which was accompanying, you know, teams getting up there and getting down while they demoed their hardware stuff, and guess what was played then? The guys appeared and took it off. Bob Marley. Right, okay, so this is Mite. Ready? Go.
Stop the clock. All right. Hi again. My name is Tomer, and I'm the CEO and founder of Meety. Meety is a local social network for your neighborhood. Now, why do you need a social local network? Because your local life is important. You care about where you live. You care about where your kids do live. It all started when I moved from a small town in Israel into the big city of Tel Aviv. I knew no one around me. I knew nothing around me. I used to play soccer with my friends every Thursday, and it was very frustrating for me. So I came up with Meety. And how does it work? After you log into www.meety.com, you can just enter your address. Right after that, you are registering and you are getting a real dynamic map of your location. You are also getting a local news feed, and you can start interact. You can interact with people, you can interact with businesses, you can interact with events going on in your neighborhood. So what is our vision? We know that you have Facebook for your social life. We know that you have LinkedIn for your professional. We do think that you need Meety for your local life. So we are cross-platform, cross-nation. We are right now launched on web and iOS. We are launching our Android application next week. We are translated to 12 languages, but we are open for business worldwide. So the press was very good to us. We've got a very good coverage, and it really helped us in terms of user growth. So the business model is pretty simple. We will make money from local advertising. It could be your local plumber, it can be big change of restaurants, and it could be from premium features like gamification. So you can see by the graph that we are in a very good direction. We have more than 300,000 users in less than 9 months. It's important to emphasize that was no marketing cost almost at all. It's only by guerrilla marketing and viral. So this is the superhero team of Meety. It's built from 2 management guys, 2 programmers, 1 designer, and 1 great guy doing QA and research. I want to take you to the next generation of Meety and what we're trying to build. We want to build the perfect local map, the perfect local feed, the perfect local profile, and the perfect local search. By 1 keyword, I can give you everything going on in your neighborhood regarding this exact keyword. We are also very excited to offer API for third-party developers, because just think how cool it is to play chess with your neighbor or to play Farmville with your neighbors just on your local map. So thank you very much. This was Meety. If you like us, join us.
Yeah. Questions, jury?
Just quick one.
Sure.
What could I do with Meety that I can't do with Facebook?
Say again, please.
What could I do with Meety that I can't do with Facebook?
The contest with Facebook?
What can I do with Meety that I can't do with Facebook?
Well, I tell you an example. Where are you from?
From Italy originally.
All right. If I'm your Facebook friend and I've lost my dog, if I post it on Facebook, then you obviously can't help me. But if we're neighbors and I'm posting on Meety, then you can help me track my dogs. Or you know, everything that is distance related. Like we can play soccer, but together, but you will not drive 50 kilometers to play soccer with me.
What is your go-to-market strategy?
Well, what we have tried to build is go to specific regions. We are right now investing 4 main cities in the world, and we would like to really dedicate and building growth there in the specific cities, also to show traction and engagement of our platform.
So 300,000 users a nice vanity metric, but what's underneath the surface in terms of how people are using the product today and demonstrating that they love it?
Say again, please.
What do you see underneath the surface in terms of KPIs that imply that people really love what you're doing?
Well, we see a return rate of 27% bi-weekly, so it's a very good percentage regarding new platforms, and we are constantly working on our next generation. We learned a lot that will help us increase the engagement and the tractions. We are step by step learning about the users, and we are also offering them the right things in their neighborhood that is relating to them, which will obviously increase our engagement.
I think a tough part in this business is getting local businesses to advertise on the system. So how do you solve this part?
Well, at first we are right now focusing on our user. We're planning to monetizing once we have a larger user base. But I think it's really a win-win situation between the business and the user, because a local business will have a regular client who lives in the neighborhood, and the regular user will have special discounts because he lives in this exact neighborhood. So we're thinking it's a win-win situation for both the business and the user.
Yeah, so just a final one on Facebook again. Do you know how this affects Facebook usage?
Well, we have no idea at the moment how it affects the the Facebook usage. But we're hoping it will decrease them and move them to us.
Okay. Any golden, oh, you have some? Okay, you got a question from audience? You have it?
Yes. Okay, that user growth looks really nice, but do you have concentrated user growth in some cities?
Okay, so we see that most of our users come from the big cities. We see it in Israel, our home market in Tel Aviv. We see it in Berlin. We see it in New York and San Francisco. So we do see that our focus is not the suburbs, but the main cities.
Actually, I have one question.
Sure.
Do you somehow try to define the size of the neighborhood, or what? Because it's without the boundaries, it's Facebook.
Yeah, so right now we are not really getting into all definition of neighborhood. We know that it's 1 kilometer from you, people that are relevant for you, and in the future you can define it. The reason is if I take a neighborhood like New York, the west side, the upper west, it's so big, it could be like tens of miles, and it doesn't necessarily relevant for you. So we're doing it one kilometer radius.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Thank you. So meet a social network of your neighborhood.
Thank you.
Story Roll is next. And Story Roll is another pick by Mini Seed Camp of yesterday.
Hello. My name is Linas, and I am going to tell a story about my company. So Story Roll is a collaborative storytelling game where by randomly joining a story and submitting 3-second sequels, users create short video loops. I think most of you have played the game where you have to draw something or write something, fold it, and pass it to the person next to you. So basically it's the same idea, just the pencil is replaced with a smartphone camera, where you have to film 3-second video and pass it on. And the story started by someone in Latvia can be unexpectedly finished by someone in, let's say, Singapore. We solve the same problem as most of the games do. It's entertaining in a social, creative, and engaging way, where all the users can be actors, directors, and can get the excitement of movie premiere attendance. We are 4 founders at the moment. It's me, product developer, back-end and front-end developers, and product designer. All of us has more than 10 years of experience in ITT, viral, mobile gaming, and social platform building industries. We have some features like Vine, Snapchat, Instagram video, but we differ, as one video is created not by 1, but by 5 different users, so it has great potential for virality. We think that the best markets for such a game is countries with high collectivism rates, such as Singapore and China. We're considering various models of monetization, such as premium advertising or even dating site. But at the moment, we are focused on building great product, making product market fit, and gaining traction. We have 1,000 user community of beta testers. So right now, we're doing quality and A/B testing. So, and yes, right now we have closed beta, so you can subscribe and get the link to our app. So this is it. This is story roll at the moment, and we will roll a story. Thank you.
That is a story roll. Let's start with questions.
What was your inspiration for building this?
As I mentioned, the game where you have to write something, fold it, and pass it. And actually, the idea came to me while I was editing with Adobe Premiere. So my hobby is editing, so.
So on the business model, what do you think specifically consumers will like to pay for?
Like for freemium, like a ping pong session with your girlfriend or something. But we, as I mentioned, we are right now focused on building product and getting traction. So after that, we will look how it works. So after that, we will think something.
Can be just a comment. I mean, a service like this is pretty kind of easy to test. You said that you are almost ready with that development, so you push it out, and people will like it or not, and it's like Snapchat or it's nothing. So
yeah,
it's quick test in a way.
Yes, it's lean method.
Okay. Any more questions from you guys? Yeah? Okay, then we can take even a couple of perhaps questions from audience. Come on, everything's clear. Yeah, you've got one.
So, why did you choose 3 seconds? It seems a bit too short.
Yes, but it's like really simple to do something in 3 seconds. You can do one act. But yeah, we're considering right now like it's a beta, so maybe 4 seconds, maybe 2, maybe 3 sequels, maybe 4. Right now we are fixing this.
Okay, the last question.
Hi, I'm Jans. So people are randomly selected, or you invite your friends for this?
Right now it's randomly, but afterwards, in freemium, maybe you can choose like particular, like select person from Facebook contacts, but right now it's random.
Okay.
We think that is more fun.
That's it for Story Roll, collaborative video storytelling game. Yes. Right, and then the 5th one, TrackDuck.
Lietuva, Latvia, Estia. Hi guys, please meet Don. He's owner of a web agency in New York. He makes websites for a living. He has a new client, Betty. She's a designer. She needs a new website, so she orders one from Don. Between Don and Betty, there's a lot of communication going on. Betty firstly needs to approve what she wants in a website, then constantly give Don feedback on what's being built. So she takes a lot of screenshots, writes a lot of emails, calls Don, bother him. After all of this communication, Don still needs to assign tasks to his developers. Lots of time wasted. But things are about to change. Because now Don discovered TrackDuck, and he's getting real-time visual feedback of all the technical details from his clients. How does it work? For Betty, it's super easy. She just opens her browser, and she sees a design or her website, and she clicks on the things that she doesn't like. She leaves a comment, she's done in a few seconds. That's it. Don gets a new notification. There's a new issue in the system. He opens it up. He sees, okay, it's Betty who left it, when it happened. He sees the snapshot of the area. He sees browser version, operating system, etc. And he can assign it directly to his designer or developer from a dashboard or from a website. Now, we've been working on this for 11 months and 13 days exactly. And we launched the full product 2 weeks ago. And now we're almost reaching 3,000 customers in 71 countries. Thank you. You can go to trackduck.com, sign up. First project, it will be forever for free. We're going for a very simple business model, a subscription, SaaS. We're thinking that in next year or and a half, we can reach 6 million businesses just in Western Europe and North America that in 2012 alone made 51 million websites. It's a lot of communication between web agencies, freelancers, and clients. So it's 3 of us who made it happen, co-founders. Right now, we're actually 7 already, with 3 people working in Belarus, where my co-founders are, 2 people in Lithuania, where I'm from, and we have an intern from Singapore who's joined us this week. Another announcement that we have just did today, the first thing I did today actually when I came here, I came to print out this agreement, sign it, and send it to seed investors. So we just raised 200,000 euros seed investment. Thank you.
Okay.
So we're growing, we have the money, now we're looking for partners, content management systems, project management systems that we can work together and expand our clientele base. Thank you, my name is Edmundas, I'm happy to answer your questions now.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Odesk and Elance?
Of course.
Can you tell us a little bit about the differentiators?
Odesk and Elance are marketplaces for freelancers. We are a specific tool for freelancer to work with a client. So Odesk and Freelance are the best partners possible for us. And one of our investors is very good with the founders of Odesk.
Very interesting. How's it being solved right now? Is it that I sit down with my website designer and we go over the printout of the mock-up, or what's the standard today?
That is the standard today is using writing a lot of emails, Skyping a lot, calling a lot if you're far distance away. If not, then you bother the project manager usually or a freelancer. You meet up, you show him what you want to get done. The track deck it's perfect, especially with big time difference and cultural differences. You don't have to be at the same place. You don't have to be at the same time. You get the feedback. You know where exactly on the website it is, or where exactly the flaw is in the design. You know all the technical details, then what is left, and you just assign it to the right person.
Great job. What have you learned so far from the few thousand customers who are using it in terms of how to get in front of them and to get their attention and scale up?
So the biggest lesson was before the launch of a full product. We launched our closed beta 2 months in development, and then we launched open beta in July last year. And with open beta, we gathered 400 users in, I think, 37 countries. The most active people were in Pakistan working, freelancers and some agencies working with actually Abu Dhabi in the United States, etc. We saw that it's not only the leaving feedback part, which we make it easy for the client. It's also that you can integrate firstly to different project management systems. So what's coming out next week is Jira and Basecamp integration. So you get, for example, if you're using inside your company Jira, you assign the task directly to the developer, and then you have Basecamp for your clients. And then you can just easily integrate seamlessly TrackDeck everywhere. So that's the integrations, and that's why I'm asking for other startups, not only big players as Basecamp and Jira, to join us and work together.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi. So you said there are about like 4,000 users.
Almost 3,000.
How many are those who actually work on a daily basis?
That is getting close to 1,000. Well, the new version we launched just a bit over 2 weeks. So the way we will measure our retention is actually who are consistently active throughout the month. It means that it's literally a routine for them to use TrackDeck, open it up, review. So far, like opening, if they opened it for a couple of days in a row, we can't really say.
So are you not afraid that you mentioned Pakistan people that can copy you and it's faster for them?
Who's going to copy us? I'm sorry.
Pakistani, for some reason, I don't know.
No.
No offense, any.
Just. No, I'm not afraid because I know they're really busy. they have a lot of orders, man.
All right, the
There's no
very,
way.
very last question
Yes,
appeared
just a
from the
quick
jury
one.
side.
Really quick one. So considering other project management tool like Basecamp or add-in for Basecamp, which do you consider your worst or best competitor?
So project management is
like
not a
yours?
competition for us. They're our partners. And our best possible partners right now, according to our clients, is Jira, because most people use Jira for development, and then Basecamp to cooperate with their. If you're asking who's our competition?
The biggest competitor that you consider, I mean, the YZY project management
Okay,
approach
so
for web development like yours.
firstly, the first #1 competitor is actually two. It's Skype with Paint, Microsoft Paint. It's #1 competition. Second, there are just a number of startups that are doing similar things in the same field. So there's BugHerd in Australia, Indigio app in San Francisco, UserSnap in Austria, Usabilla in Netherlands, and so on. But they're aiming for different markets or in a different way. We're specifically focusing on freelancer, small web agencies. That's where our background is from. We all have like approximately 10 years of experience, all of us 3 co-founders, and now the rest of our team. So that's what we're focusing on.
Thanks.
Okay, that was TruckDoc.
Thank you.
Right. An end of a long and should still say great day. So those were the 5 teams of Airbay, Grow On, Mite, Storyroll, and TruckDoc. Let's give them a round of applause and for the next big things. You know, that's actually, and that concludes the event. You don't wander very far away. You're all welcome back here at 9 o'clock. Put it that way. Okay, thank you.